Students, this is class 12th maths, lecture 24th of chapter 7th integrals. We will discuss miscellaneous exercise. Question number 33rd is integral of modulus of x minus 1 plus modulus of x minus 2 plus modulus of x minus 3 from the limits 1 to 4. So first of all we will check in this given interval when these modulus are positive and when these are negative, right? So modulus of x minus 1 is equal to 0 or greater than 0 when x is either equal to 1 or greater than 1, right? Therefore in this complete interval from 1 to 4, modulus of x minus 1 will be positive, right? Now modulus of x minus 2 is positive or equal to 0 if x is equal to 2 or greater than 2. That is, in this interval from 1 to 4, in the interval 1 to 2, x minus 2 will be negative, and when x is equal to 2 and greater than 2, that is up to 4, x minus 2 modulus is positive. So for this interval x from 2 to 4, x minus 2 modulus will be x minus 2. Now modulus of x minus 3 is equal to greater than 0 when x is equal to greater than 3. Therefore modulus of x minus 3 is x minus 3 when x belongs to the interval 3 to 4, and when x belongs to the interval from closed 1 to 3 with the open bracket, it is minus of x minus 3 because in this interval x is less than 3 and therefore this will be negative, right? So the given integral can be written as from the limits 1 to 2. So x minus 1 is positive in this limit. Modulus of x minus 2 is negative in this limit from 1 to 2. So it will be 2 minus x, and this is also negative in the interval 1 to 2. So it will be minus x plus 3, right? Now from the interval 2 to 3, x minus 1 is positive, x minus 2 is also positive in the interval 2 to 3. You can see because from 2 to 4 this is positive, therefore from 2 to 3 also this will be positive. But from this interval 2 to 3, x minus 3 modulus is still negative. So write down plus 3 minus x, and for this limit 3 to 4, modulus of x minus 1 is positive, modulus of x minus 2 is also positive, and modulus of x minus 3 is also positive. Now solve these terms and then find out the integral and put the limits. Question number 34th is 1 upon x square into x plus 1. So use partial fraction. This can be written as a by x plus b upon x square plus c upon x plus 1, right? Now take LCM on the right hand side, you will get this, and compare the coefficients. So coefficient of x here is 0 and on the right side it is a plus c. Okay, it is the coefficient of x square. Now coefficient of x on this side is 0 and on this side it is a plus b, and the constant here is 1 and the constant on this side is b. So you will get the value of b as 1, a as minus 1 and c as 1. So this given integral can be written as minus integral of 1 upon x because the value of a is minus 1 from the limit 1 to 3 plus b upon x square plus c upon x plus 1. Now you know how to find the integrals of these, then put the limits. Okay, question number 36 is fx is given as x raised to the power 17 into cos x raised to the power 4, and the limits you can see are from minus 1 to 1. Therefore we will check if this function is even or odd. For this find out f of minus x. So minus x raised to the power 17 is minus x raised to the power 17, and cos minus x raised to the power 4 will be cos x raised to the power 4. Therefore this will be equal to minus of fx. Therefore the value of this integral will be 0. Now next question number 38 is integral of 2 into 10x cube and the limits are from 0 to pi by 4. So this can be written as 2 outside 10x into 10 square x, and 10 square x can be written as secant square x minus 1. Now multiply the terms and differentiate the integrals. So you will get 10x into secant square x minus 10x. Limits are from 0 to pi by 4. Now you know the integrals of both of these. In this, let 10x as equal to t, then secant square x into dx will become dt, and in this just apply the formula of integral of 10x, which is log mod of secant x, and then put the limits. Question number 39th is integral of sine inverse x from the limits 0 to 1. So you can do it by two methods, either by substitution or by integration by parts, right? If you do it by integration by parts, then let this be as second function and 1 as first function. I have done it by the method of substitution. For that, because you can see sine inverse x it is, so let x as sine t, so that when in place of x you will put sine t, it will become t, right? Now differentiate both the sides. Dx will be cos t into dt. When x is 0, t will be 0 because t is nothing but sine inverse x. So sine inverse 0 is 0. And when x is 1, sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. So the limits are from 0 to pi by 2. Now integral of sine inverse sine t, and in place of dx cos t into dt, right? Now this will be t into cos t. Limits are from 0 to pi by 2. Now apply the integration by parts. So let t be as first function and cos t be as second function according to Eilert. So t integral of cos t minus integral of derivative of first function, that is t, into integral of second function. Now integral of cos t is sin t minus this will be integral of derivative is 1 and integral is sin t. Again now in place of this t sin t, put the limits. When you will put pi by 2, this will be pi by 2 into sin pi by 2, and sin pi by 2 is 1, so it will be pi by 2, minus when you will put 0, this will be 0. Now integral of sin t is minus cos t, so this minus will become plus. Now put the limits. In cos t you will get the answer as pi by 2 minus 1. Question number 42nd is very easy. This is integral of cos 2x upon sin x plus cos x whole square. Now see, in this denominator, when you will open the square, it will be sin square x plus cos square x, which is 1, plus 2 sin x into cos x, and 2 sin x into cos x is sin 2x. Now let this complete denominator as equal to t, then you will get 2 into cos 2x into dx equal to dt, right? Now this cos 2x into dx exists in the numerator. Therefore this integral will now become, in place of denominator you will get t, and in place of cos 2x into dx you will get dt upon 2. And now this is very simple to integrate. Question number 43rd is f of a plus b minus x is given as equal to f of x. You have to find the integral of x into fx from the limits a to b. So let this be as I and this complete be as 1. Now see, this I can also be written as integral of a plus b minus x into f of a plus b minus x, and this is given as equal to fx, right? Let this be a second. Now add 1 and 2, so you will get 2i equal to integral of, this is x into fx and this is a plus b into fx and minus x into fx. So this minus x into fx will get cancelled with this, so you will just get a plus b into fx. So I will be a plus b upon 2 integral of fx from the limits a to b. Clear? The next question is integral of log x plus 1 upon log x whole square. Let this given integral be as I. Now firstly we will solve this integral log x. So solve it by integration by parts by taking this as second function and this as first function and one as second function. So when you will apply the formula, you will get this. Now integral of 1 is x minus integral of derivative of log x will be 1 upon log x into 1 upon x into integral of 1 is x. This x will get cancelled, so you will get integral of 1 upon log x. Now again apply the integration by parts here, taking this as first function and 1 as second function. Apply the formula, you will get this. So it will be minus x upon log x. Why? Because integral of 1 is x. And this will be now minus minus plus integral of derivative of 1 by log x is minus 1 by log x whole square into 1 by x into integral of 1 is x. Now cut this x. You will get integral of 1 upon log x whole square. So the given integral will be now this complete plus integral of 1 upon log x whole square. Now these two will cancel each other. So you will get the answer as x into log of log x minus this term plus c. The next question is integral of modulus of x into sin pi x. Limits are from minus 1 to 3 by 2. Let this given integral be as equal to I. Now we will check in these limits the value of modulus of sin pi x is where positive and where it is negative. So from the interval minus 1 to 1, modulus of this will be positive, and from the interval 1 to 3 by 2, the value of this will be negative. Why this is so? See, when x is from minus 1 to 0, equal to greater than minus 1 and less than 0, then this x will be negative and also sin pi x will be negative. So negative negative positive, and when x is from 0 to 1, then x will be positive and sin pi x will also be positive. So positive positive positive. So in this interval this modulus is positive. Now for this interval, when x is from 1 to 3 by 2, you can see x is positive. So this is positive, but sin pi x will be negative, because for this interval angle will lie from pi to 3 pi by 2, that is in the third quadrant, in which sin is negative. So this modulus will be negative in this interval, right? Now the given integral I will be integral of positive of the modulus from these limits plus integral of negative of the modulus from these limits. Now we will find the integral of x into sin pi x. So apply the formula of integration by parts, x as first function and sin pi x as second function. So this is the formula. Now x as it is, integral of this is cos pi x upon pi with a minus sign. Derivative of x is 1 and integral of sin pi x is minus cos pi x upon pi. So this minus will become plus. Now minus x into cos pi x upon pi as it is, and integral of this will be, integral of cos pi x will be sin pi x upon pi, and pi is already in the denominator, so you will get pi square. This is the indefinite integral of x sin pi x. So the value of the integral s sin x sin pi x from the limits minus 1 to 1. In this function, put these limits 1 and minus 1. So you will get it as 2 by pi. And when in this minus x sin pi x, which is this, when you will put the limits 1 and 3 by 2, you will get it as 1 upon pi square plus 1 by pi. The given integral will be the sum of the two definite integrals we have just found above. So 2 by pi plus 1 by pi plus 1 by pi square, that is this. Now your homework is you have to do question 33 to 43 of miscellaneous and question number 40 and question number 44. Cut these questions of miscellaneous. Cut question number 40 and 44th.